Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be doing a video about Churchill Capital. Before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video below. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Join the family, guys. Let's go on our investor journey together. So today we're going to be talking about Churchill Capital, why I think right now is a very good time to buy Churchill Capital at $18.96. But before I start the video, guys, I just want everybody to know that everything I say in my videos is not financial advice. It's just my personal opinion. So with that being said, let's get started with the video. So if you guys don't really know the story surrounding behind Churchill Capital was a SPAC stock that kind of started off, taking a look at the one-year chart, IPO'd, and we see here that it's kind of traded flat for a while. SPAC's main intent most of the time is to merge with a different company, and that's sometimes how you can go public with a different company. So the company that Churchill Capital ended up, partnering with is a company known as Lucid Motors. Lucid Motors is an EV company based out of Arizona/California, and it's going to be the next big thing because a lot of people do have high expectations for Lucid Motors and what it can actually bring to the table, and its fact that it could probably be able to compete with Tesla. So looking at the one-year chart, we see it's been a bumpy ride for Churchill Capital. We see this huge ride up kind of in the beginning of this year, all the way up to almost $66. A lot of that was kind of, when it was rumored that Churchill Capital and Lucid Motors were going to merge together. So the rumors alone were able to drive the stock up super, super high. And then once the merger was actually announced that Lucid Motors and Churchill Capital were going to merge together, we see this big tank downward, a little bit of a spike up March 16th, and then it's just kind of been trading down ever since. A lot of it does have to be able to kind of go, with the whole EV market taking a huge retraction over the last couple of months. I think that's why Churchill Capital has not really been doing too well. So if we take a look at the 1-month chart, it's down about 17.74% of its value, and the 3-month chart, it's down about 38.64%. So we see ever since February, the stock has kind of just been going down sideways. And like I said, a lot of it was a big retraction from the EV market kind of taking a huge pullback right now. A lot of high growth stocks are not really doing too well right now. A lot of people getting scared, a lot of people selling their positions in these stocks that they've been holding for a while. And it's just due to the fact that a lot of shorts are shorting the market right now. A lot of, like I said, the high growth sector is really not doing well. So how is this correlated to Churchill Capital / Lucid Motors? Because Lucid Motors in itself is a high growth stock, right? So this overall company, it's in a sector where some people, are having trouble kind of questioning their valuation. But for me, seeing this company at $18.92 and knowing that the merger is going to go through, I think right now is a very good time to buy the dip on Churchill Capital. Right now, it's also a very good steal of a price, only sitting at $18.90 for a company that has the potential chance to be absolutely massive and to be able to rival Tesla. So what has Lucid Motors been doing in the meantime? Why should you invest in Churchill Capital? So like I said, Churchill Capital / Lucid Motors, or it's soon going to be trading as Lucid Motors, is a very well-established EV company already. It's not like some of the other EV companies that kind of IPO'd based off a business idea, kind of just, going with the flow. No, Lucid Motors has factories built ready to go. They have a factory in Arizona that's already built ready to go. They also plan on building a factory in Saudi Arabia as well. So to already see that, this is a little bit more established of an EV company, it already does give it a little bit more merit than some of the other ones out there. And not to mention, Saudi Arabia also has a $1 billion backing in Lucid Motors, which means that they're probably super bullish on the overall company as well. We know the EV market has been explosive. We know the EV market is a huge growth sector, and we know the EV market is probably going to be growing a lot over the next 3 to 5 years. So this is why I do think right now is a very good time to be buying up Churchill Capital. Now, Lucid Motors has also been making very good moves as well. If you guys haven't seen, Lucid Motors has been trying to recruit some of the best people out there. Lucid Motors has a lot of top executives that are being recruited on their team. Some of them work for Rivian, some of them work for Apple. So they're trying to gather a good bunch of people with very good experience to be able to lead Lucid Motors into success. Now, the biggest step down for Churchill Capital / Lucid Motors right now is the fact that they have not sold any cars. We do know that they maxed out on their reservations. I believe it was anywhere between from 8 to 10,000 reservations. We do know they capitalized on that, but Lucid Motors had some production delays earlier in this year, which I believe are going to be solved by the second half of this year. A lot of people don't know when they're going to start selling cars. There's a huge chip shortage that's kind of reaming the globe right now. A lot of big-time car makers were affected. Tesla, NIO, Ford, GM, Nissan, and a lot of people are feeling the heat about this chip shortage. This is probably another reason why the high growth sector, especially a lot of EV companies right now, are not really doing too well. But everything always gets sorted out. And I do want people to know that if you're going to buy Churchill Capital, this is definitely going to be a longer term play. And when investing, longer term is usually the best way to go. And like I said, right now, short-term traders are probably the ones making probably the most money right now. Long-term traders, people who are super bullish on these overall stocks and positions that have like high-term sustainability over the next year or over the next 2 years, they're just absolutely getting crushed right now. Even tech is not doing too hot. And we see a lot of like meme stocks, and we see like a lot of pumpers that are kind of running around the market right now. And people are capitalizing on those types of trades. And I'm all for it. Whatever it comes to trading, there's, like I said, there's a lot of people who don't really believe in long-term companies. They'd rather just short-term trade, flip for pennies. And there's a lot of people who make money that way, and I can completely understand. But for me, I own a decent amount of Churchill Capital. I've held the stock ever since, before the merger was even announced in itself. I have 200 shares in this portfolio, and I have 500 shares in my other portfolio. And the reason it is because I know that Lucid Motors is going to be a steal of a company. I know it's going to do a very good job, and I know it's going to be the only company here in the States that can rival Tesla. And, there's other manufacturers out there like Ford and Nissan who all offer EV products, but studies show that 8 out of 10 people who bought EV cars bought a Tesla. So Tesla right now, it's the monopoly of the market. Tesla has been doing its thing for a very long time, and now the fact that Lucid Motors is coming into the game with a spanking brand new vehicle known as the Lucid Air, and the fact that it's got over 1,000 horsepower, the interior looks absolutely gorgeous. They're working on the self-autonomous driving technology, and like I said, they also do have top executives working for Lucid Motors now to try to bring the company to the best of its ability. And there's some speculation that Lucid Motors is going to be the one to partner with Apple on their overall EV car. Right now, that's just rumors and talks and speculation. There's nothing that's been confirmed that Lucid Motors is in talks with Apple about, actually doing a partnership. But nonetheless, I still think this stock is a very good steal, and it's going to have a lot of long-term potential. Like I said, it's not a short-term play. It's definitely going to take about, 6 months to a year for it to kind of retract back to the levels it was trading at before. But I do see a lot of upside potential by this stock for the rest of the year. I do think that Churchill Capital is going to be around $40 to $50 by the end of the year. That's my overall price prediction. But nonetheless, I do think it's a company that offers a very great value, especially for the stock price that's reflecting that right now. We know that the EV market, a lot of high growth, took a huge dip ever since March. They've all just kind of been falling, but everyone knows that that's the best time to buy the dip on the stock. When everyone is fearful, that's your time to be greedy. The great Warren Buffett said it himself, and I think right now is a very good time to be greedy, and there's a lot of good deals right now that are running around for, a lot of short-term problems. A lot of people can't really justify why these stocks are falling because they're all putting up good earnings, record deliveries, But the stocks, yet again, continue to fall, which goes to show that it's just probably a lot of shorts, shorting the market right now. There's a lot of kind of mixed emotions. A lot of people are selling their positions because the stocks continue to fall. That's how you usually shake out the traders. But for me, I'm buying as much Churchill Capital as I can because I do see the long-term growth in it. With that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. Let me know down in the comments section below, guys, what you think of Churchill Capital. Do you guys own Churchill Capital stock? And if you do, how many shares do you guys own? And if you guys have a price prediction for Churchill Capital, what's your overall price prediction on it? I'm very curious to know what you guys think Churchill Capital is going to hit by the end of the year. With that being said, guys, thank you. Have a great day.